Well, hello everyone. This is buyer's real estate agent Richard Kadesch, owner and broker in charge of Go Gated Realty, Hilton Head Island and Bluffton, South Carolina. And today is March 28th, 2025, and we're at the entrance to Sun City Hilton Head's West Campus. And you're looking towards Sun City North from Sun City West at the new golf cart and pedestrian bridge, which connects the two neighborhoods within Sun City. It's just about finished, not yet open for transportation, the bridge that connects the two communities. And Sun City Hilton Head by Webb is a 55 and over community, one of the best in the country, possibly the best. And this new community, this new section of Sun City, the West Campus, is where all the new homes are being built by Webb. It's scheduled for about 1,500 total homes, of which about 300 homes have already been built. They build about 150 homes a year, so it looks like they've got a few years more to go in the construction. This is a guarded and gated community, and this is the new gatehouse. And today we're going to go back and do a review of the homes that Webb builds here in Sun City in the West Campus. We're going to also review the different ways that they are built. We're going to go into the construction materials that they use that constitutes the quality home that they provide. We're going to go into a little bit of market information about Sun City in particular and talk about how's the market doing. Well, a little bit of a sneak peek, if you will, is that the market's doing very well. The indicators here at the start of the year are for an up market, in other words, for prices to continue to rise. Demand continues to exceed supply. We'll go into a little bit more detail on how and why that is. And we're going to walk through a new Renown model, the largest of the large, the Echelon series, built by Webb here in Sun City. It's the Renown with Loft, which is not in the model home park, so I'm really looking forward to showing it to you. We're going to visit the new recreation center, which is under construction and scheduled to be finished in January of 2026. That's here on the right as we drive on through. We're going to come on back and take a closer look. And we're going to talk about my service as a buyer's agent. I'm a fiduciary, ladies and gentlemen. I work for you, the buyer. I don't work for Webb. I don't work for Sun City Hilton Head. And I'm also a former licensed South Carolina home builder with 47 years of local Hilton Head and Bluffton real estate experience. And perhaps one of the most important things about having a buyer's agent, aside from experience and advice that you can trust, of course, is that it just doesn't cost you a thing. When you build or buy a new home here in Sun City, Webb pays my fee. They pay it at closing. Only if you buy and only if you close. They don't change the price of your purchase if you do or don't have a buyer's agent, so it makes it a bit of a no-brainer to bring me on as your agent, especially because they give you $1,000 credit towards your options when you buy a new home from them. And that's because I am the number one outside agent, the number one buyer's agent selling new homes for Webb here in this area for 2024. 2 years in a row. I'm very proud of that. Very appreciative for all of the business that and the trust that people put in me as their agent. And as a result, Webb then will give you $1,000 towards your purchase when you hire me as your buyer's agent here for a new home in Sun City West. Well, the smallest and least expensive homes that Webb offers here in Sun City West are what are called duets. They're pairs of homes. You can see they're joined at the garages, and they all have two-car garages, covered back porches. They're all 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. There's 4 models of duets. They range in size from 1,357 square feet to 1,528 square feet. They generally sell in the 400s, and by that I mean that's the total price, meaning the base price of the home plus the cost of the building site plus the different options that you would choose. They have an annual homeowners association fee of $4,536, which breaks down to $378 a month. Like all of the other homes here in the West Campus, your yard care is included, but with the duets, there's also a capital fund component of your HOA for when the house needs to be painted and be moved in the future. It includes some additional services like power washing the exterior and so forth as well. At any one time, Webb will have several move-in ready duets available for you to buy and to move into without having to wait, the 7 to 9 months that it can take to build you a home. Our next step up the price ladder and the larger size are what are called scenic models. These are freestanding homes, the smallest freestanding homes that are built by Webb here in the West Campus. There's 3 models. They all have 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a flex room, but they also have the option for a second floor loft if you want, which would add a 3rd bedroom, 3rd bathroom, and a second floor living room, collectively called a loft. Well, for the first floor areas, they range from 1,345 square feet up to 1,581 square feet. They generally sell in the 500s, and that's trying to give you an easy reference, ladies and gentlemen, because the prices vary quite a bit. And for these and the other freestanding homes here in the West Campus, your annual HOA is $3,540 a year. That breaks down to $295 per month, and that includes yard care. As with the duets and the other categories of homes, excepting the echelon homes, Webb has several move-in ready scenic homes available at any one time. If that's your situation, let's talk. We'll find out which could be the best one for you, or if it would be better for you to build. Stepping up again in size and price from the scenic homes are the distinctive homes. Webb builds 5 models of distinctive homes. Like the scenic, they have 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a flex room. Like the others, you can add a second floor loft to increase your number of bedrooms and square footage if you like. The distinctive homes range on the first floor area from 1,600 square feet up to 1,987 square feet. And they generally sell in the 600s today. Again, very round number. Like the other freestanding homes, that annual HOA is $3,540. Again, breaks down to $295 per month. And again, that includes yard care. The largest homes that Webb builds here in the West Campus are what are called the echelon homes. They have 3-car garages, and there are 3 models. They all have 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a flex on the first floor. But again, like the other freestanding homes, you can add a second floor loft to add another bedroom, bathroom, and second floor living room. We're actually going to go see one today, the largest being the Renown, because my clients just finished building and have been kind enough to let us walk through their new Renown that has a loft, There's not one in the model home park, so I'm really looking forward to showing it to you. But these echelon models, 3 models, they range in first floor space from 2,179 square feet up to 2,712 square feet. They generally sell in and above the $700,000 price range. Like the other freestanding homes, the HOA is $3,540 here in 2025. Again, that breaks down to $295 a month, which includes yard care, and of course, your HOA includes the membership and use of all the club facilities other than special fees, golf, and so forth. Regarding the construction features of these homes, well, they're all built on slab because all of the West Campus is in floodplain X, so these homes are built on a concrete platform. Your flood insurance is optional, even if you get a bank loan. All of these homes have the concrete fiberboard James Hardy siding, which is the state-of-the-art in siding today. It's durable, beautiful. The bugs don't eat it. It doesn't rot. They all have the Ply-Gem vinyl windows. They all have architectural fiberglass shingles. Each of these homes have the radiant board roof decks. That's the surface of your roof, ladies and gentlemen, between the shingles and the attic. It keeps the heat out of your attic, keeps your ceilings cooler inside, saves energy, saves money, makes you more comfortable. All of these homes have the R38 blown ceiling insulation, a very good insulator indeed. They all have 15 SEER Lennox heating and air systems, very efficient, and that would be your gas heat and a straight air conditioner. They all have tankless natural gas hot water heaters, as this is a natural gas community. They all have professional landscape, and that's Bermuda sod grass, so they're all sodded with that. They all have in-ground irrigation systems. They all have and come with a 1-year termite bond, very practical for our southern climate. They also have home warranties, which are 1, 2, 5, 10-year warranties, a very good warranty, and we can go into details on that and more when we talk. Well, we're here at the dog park now, and we'll entertain ourselves watching some dogs and their owners while I give you a little bit of market information. There is a second large dog park, by the way, in Sun City South. But right today, there's 211 homes for sale in Sun City. And they range in price from about $300,000 up to about $1.3 million. 211 homes for sale. That's really quite a lot of homes, wouldn't you think? Well, the second number is that in the last 6 months in all of Sun City, 310 homes have sold and closed. 310 homes in the last 6 months. In other words, 99 more homes have sold in the last 6 months than there are for sale today. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a ratio that definitely favors the seller. It also defines a strong real estate market. In other words, 1.7 times more sold than there is inventory. Pretty impressive. Now, here in the west section of Sun City, just speaking of that, there's only 21 homes for sale today total. As I said before, 16 of those are move-in ready homes, brand new homes from the developer, so very few resales. 21 for sale today, but in the last 6 months, 116 homes have actually sold and closed here in Sun City West. That's 95 more sold than there is inventory Today, that is extremely strong. 4.5 times more sold than there is inventory today. That is indicative of rising prices and a strong real estate market, which we believe will be true throughout this year. You always climb a wall of worry when you have interest rate concerns and things like that. But just comparing in Sun City only, ladies and gentlemen, the statistics, the median average sold home from February of 2024 to February of this year. In 2024, that median sales price was $500,000. In February of this year, the average median sold price $538,000. That's plus $38,000, which is an increase year over year of 7.6%. 7.6%. Now, last year we climbed a wall of worry. What would interest rates do? No question but that there's great uncertainty in the economy today. Luckily for us here, we have a relatively affluent market, buyers who are capable of paying cash, others who are okay with getting a loan as needed, because people generally do not postpone their retirement and their relocation. And most people, of course, wish they did it sooner rather than later. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is a couple of ways of looking at a very strong real estate market. And of course, when you shop with me, we always compare. We always look closely at the price. I don't want any of my clients to overpay. And we look closely at what is the fair value of that house. Is it priced a bit high, a bit low? What are the comps? We look at all of that to get the best deal for you. Again, I work for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a fiduciary. I do not work for the seller. We're here at our property now, our subject property today on wiry Greenleaf Lane. The Renown with the loft, as promised. The first floor has 2,712 square feet. The upstairs bedroom and living room combine with that to make a total square footage of 3,167 square feet. Well, we're going to walk through this house and talk about the different finishes inside. The house is just loaded with options, and they are beautiful. The exterior colors, the body of the hardy plank siding is a network gray, and our garage door is what's called a Dorian gray. And this elevation has the big covered front porch, which is so popular for many people, and it gives you an opportunity to come out with some chairs in that area if you like, and perhaps watching people walk their dogs up and down the street. But it also gives your front great passive solar protection. This house has the widened driveway. A standard driveway is from the edge of the garage door and straight back to the street. You can see on this house it's widened by 2 feet to the left, 2 feet to the right. They call that the driveway extension. This owner has taken this. They've added an extra carriage light. They've added all kinds of things, ladies and gentlemen. The house has a beautiful brick apron at the base. It has whole house gutters, which are an option. The house has the smart package. The Ring doorbell is included, standard and included, and it has the thermostat, which is also the Honeywell thermostat, which is controlled by remote. The front door is a level 2 with the glass high, letting in light, but still giving you plenty of privacy. I don't have the exact color of that, but it's painted a dark blue. A dark gray. Looks really good. Well, let's go in and take a look at this beautiful house. Our line of sight in the Renown is from our front door right down the foyer hallway, through the gathering room and cafe to the water out back. We'll go out and take a look at that when we finish seeing the inside of the house. And in this foyer hallway and throughout the house, everywhere where there's not tile, we have a luxury vinyl plank, which the color being Chesterfield Fresh Pine. Our wall color is First Star. It's a very light gray, very soft and light gray. This owner has opted to go with the cottage trim package, which is a squared off, rather informal look, but at the same time a very rich look. It gives the 1x8 baseboards that are the high baseboards that are so good looking. It gives the rich capitals above the doors, which give the house a warm look. And they've gone with a lot of one-piece crown molding throughout the house, which is a clamshell shape. On our way to the gathering room, we pass our flex room, which does have the optional double doorways. That flex room measures 14 feet 5 inches by 12 feet. And into our gathering room and cafe in the background, our kitchen to the right. This is an informal floor plan like all of the new Del Webb homes. And what a beauty it is. We have high, flat, 9-foot ceilings, ladies and gentlemen. Our gathering room on this side, 14 feet, 7 inches by 17 feet, 11 inches with a fireplace. And that fireplace is what's called a linear side fireplace. Kind of contemporary looking. Very cool, with a mantelpiece above it of wood which blends in with the tile, which is a Trenton Hall, 12 by 24, 500 grigio. I don't speak Italian, but I think that means gray. And what a beautiful job they've done here. The finishes in this house are outstanding. Big triple window, the gathering room open to the kitchen with the island, and the pendants are pre-hung. This owner decided to go with them. And the cafe in the background here, 14 feet 3 inches by 9 feet 11 inches. With the triple window, the owner has gone with the optional 2-inch faux wood blinds window package. And they've gone with the extended porch. They've screened it. We'll go out and take a look at that when we finish taking a look at everything we have here on the first floor. Let's take a closer look at the kitchen. This is layout 4, ladies and gentlemen. It has group 4 cabinets, which along the wall there you see the Decatur Pure Style White, and on the island you see what is called a Greyhound. It's a Decatur Pure Style Greyhound. The top here is what's called a Victorian Silver, and it's quite a striking quartz color. They've gone with the farm sink here, which is an option. A standard stainless steel sink is the standard, ladies and gentlemen. You can go with the farm sink either in the stainless or in the porcelain. That's what they've done here. The faucet is a level 8, sometimes referred to as a semi-professional style faucet. And they've gone with the KitchenAid appliances. That dishwasher has the metal bin, which is great for keeping the decibels down. You need that in an open floor plan. And it's also more hygienic. This is a gas community, ladies and gentlemen, but gas ranges are an option. They've gone with that. The KitchenAid range top. Your standard and included would be a slide-in range top oven combination with a flat glass top. That's not what they have here. And in these cabinets, they have the soft close feature throughout with the doors and the drawers. Down below, they have all the optional slide-out drawers there, or trays, I guess you could say. Your backsplash, ladies and gentlemen, is an option. And it's a beveled white. It's what's called Baker Boulevard, 4x12. It's a subway pattern, Very distinctive, very attractive, very contemporary, but traditional at the same time. And they've gone with the stainless contemporary hood by KitchenAid. And you notice then that the splash goes right up the back, up to the ceiling. You have crown molding on those cabinets. Your microwave is moved to the side in a double oven configuration. And with the KitchenAid, your microwave is also a convection oven. This extension over here is what's called the entertainment package option. And it's got several features. Obviously more counter space, more cabinets, a real nice wine rack above, space for a cooler down below, which I think they're going to provide there. And we do have a door on our punch list there marked by the green tape. They're going to be coming back when I say that's Pulte or Del Webb coming back to replace that door. Here is your pantry at this end of the kitchen. It's large with the metal shelves. This is a fabulous kitchen, a fabulous central part to this home. Really outstanding. People love the Renown, ladies and gentlemen. A great floor plan. Now to the right in this house, it could be a right-handed or a left-handed house, of course. We go through a privacy jog into our primary bedroom. And this bedroom has the optional tray ceiling. The tray ceiling you saw in the living room, by the way, is standard and included. But here in the primary bedroom, the ceiling tray is an option. Now this room measures 15 feet by 17 feet 6 inches. With 3 large windows at the back. Once again, a lovely view these owners will enjoy. I'm sure their headboard will go right over here. And the owner's suite has 2 large closets. This is one of them, just one. Big enough or bigger than most of the closets in most every other house. This could be for just him and her, but it's just one of 2. You have a linen closet there straight ahead. And by the way, that Craftsman package also makes your doors with 5 panels, which is a real good look. Into the primary bathroom we go. And we see that the tile in here is a Group 3 Sumter 12 by 24 Calacata, C-A-L-A-C-A-T-T-A. A very popular style for sure. They've gone with the no-step walk-in super shower, which is the way to take a shower, ladies and gentlemen. This option really doesn't cost that much. Especially compared to if you go with the standard shower and go with then the frameless enclosure. Well, this one has a frameless glass panel, no step entry, a little niche, high window for privacy and light. They've added hardware here with a handheld, kind of European style, I guess. On this end of the shower, there's a bench. And out here we have our cabinets, the dual basins with the rectangular tops. Our cabinet color is the Decatur Pure Style Stone Gray, the style Decatur Pure Style. We see that throughout the house. This is the stone gray color. The quartz on the top, Pietra, P-I-E-T-R-A, Pietra quartz with the rectangular undermount porcelain sinks. You have the brushed nickel is your hardware throughout the house. Matches everything on the doors, the faucets, the pulls, everything. And the fixed wall mirror here is replaced by the framed mirrors, which is rustic white. I see a lot of that. It's very, very popular. And then your water closet over to this side. And this bathroom then leads through to that second closet that I was telling you about. A large closet by itself, but it is the passageway then through to your laundry, which once again is one of the largest laundries in any model house whatsoever. It has a group 3 tile on the floor, which is M-I-S-H-O-E, Mishu, I guess it is. It's a 12 by 24 white water. We're going to see it again in the other bathrooms. The homes do not come standard with a washer and dryer or a refrigerator. In this case, the owner has gone with buying the washer and dryer from the builder, and so it's in place at closing. As you see, the Whirlpool appliances with the front loads. Standard is a metal rack up here. They've gone with the optional cabinets above the washer and dryer. Again, it's a Pure Style, Decatur Pure Style stone gray. They've gone with a optional slop sink over here. And you can have a freestanding one, ladies and gentlemen, or you can have one in a cabinet like this. Well, as I said, this house has everything. And so they've gone with it in a cabinet with the quartz top, and also added this optional bank of cabinets on this side with the quartz top in here, however, called Lyra, L-Y-R-A. Very, very beautiful. Really an outstanding selection of options by this owner. Now this floor plan, and we'll just keep rolling here. If we were to go straight ahead, we would go into the garage. If we would turn right, it would take us back to the foyer, but by turning left, we go into bedroom number 3. The Renown offers an excellent separation of the bedrooms for privacy. And this then, bedroom 3, measures 12 feet by 12 feet. It has a good-sized walk-in closet. It also has a private bath, so bedrooms 2 and 3 both have private bathrooms. And so, again, we see the Decatur Pure Style Greyhound on the cabinet. We see the whitewater color on the floor tile. And we have a quartz top here with the brushed nickel faucet, so high quality throughout. Now this one is called, the quartz that is called Ethereal Noctis Quartz, 3cm quartz, E-T-H-E-R-E-A-L, Ethereal Noctis, N-O-C-T-I-S. In the second and other bathrooms, ladies and gentlemen, standard and included is a fiberglass tub and shower. Now, many of my buyers are opting for putting in showers in these other bathrooms. We will see that upstairs they kept the fiberglass tub and shower. Here they've gone floor to ceiling with the fiberglass pan. They've gone with the framed brushed nickel enclosure, and that wall tile matches the floor tile. Coming from bedroom 3 towards the foyer, once again we see our flex room across the foyer hallway. Our bedroom number 2 is at the front of the house. On our way we have the guest bathroom, sometimes called a half bathroom, and this model offers that. Our luxury vinyl plank flows from room to room, as you see. This front bedroom number 2 measures 14 feet, 5 inches by 14 feet, 1 inch. 2 big windows at the front. There's no lights on here, ladies and gentlemen. You see this house gets a lot of light through the windows. A good sized closet here. Once again, bedroom 2 has a private bathroom. We see our whitewater tile that we saw in the laundry and bathroom 3. We see the Decatur Pure Style Greyhound cabinet. We see our Lyra, boy that's beautiful, Lyra quartz once again. And we see again the whitewater tile in the shower. No tub here, ladies and gentlemen. Shower going right up from floor to ceiling. What a house. Well, we're going to head to the loft now. And when you put a loft on a home, you have a choice of going with the wood spindles or these metal spindles. And you also get to choose if you want a carpeted stairway or a wood treads, as they've done here. Now what Del Webb does is that they match, of course, these wood treads and the railings to the floor color as best as possible. And the painter has the option, has the latitude to go ahead and mix the paint. The owner will choose the color, but on site it can be a little different, and so the painter has an option to mix that paint to match it as close as possible to the floor. And I'll tell you what, they did a fabulous job. There's so much in this house, ladies and gentlemen, I have not mentioned once before. All of the extra surface mount LED lights on the ceiling, as you see here. There's a quartet of them on our ceiling here in the second floor living room. Sometimes the term loft generally refers to this living room together with the bedroom and bathroom that are up here on the second floor. However, I think that in some people's minds, this would be the loft right here. But anyway, it does measure 20 feet 6 inches by 15 feet 6 inches, a very large space. Now, this owner explained to me why they would like to have this much space is because they have a large family, and that family is going to be coming to visit them here, and they want to be able to put the family as needed up here on the second floor, the grandkids, the children, and so forth. And so that's why they went with the loft. Now, down at this end of the hallway is the bedroom, which is our fourth bedroom, and it measures 11 feet 5 inches by 11 feet 10 inches. Now, in each of these rooms, they're all capped off in the center for whatever light fixture the owner might like to have. Del Webb no longer sells the hanging light fixtures or the fans, so buyers get those in the aftermarket. They're not included in the base price of the home. The base price of the home, of course, is always combined with the price of the building site, which is then combined with your structural options, such as what kind of flat work you're going to have, which is concrete work. And here we're looking here at the fourth bathroom, if my count is correct. And it has the same quality as the others, but with the fiberglass tub and shower. Now, when you add a loft to a house, ladies and gentlemen, you add a second air conditioner air handler. And you see the pair of them right here. They both then go upstairs into this large closet. If you're just a one-level house, then your air handler is downstairs in the closet. In this case, since it's been moved upstairs, that downstairs space is used as a large under-stairway storage space. Your air handler, ladies and gentlemen, is both your heater and your fan for circulating air from the air conditioner. You have a straight air conditioner outside. Your house heat is a gas heat, natural gas heat. Those are the machines that circulate the air and heat the house. On our way to the garage, another option is what they call a drop zone. Sometimes it's called a valet. Drop zone is this bit of woodworking here with the seat that opens up, has the wall hangers, nice piece of woodwork. This owner has elected to go with that option. And then here is our 3-car garage. This is a finished garage. You can see it's painted. It has a high baseboard in here. This option is also an insulated garage. And this owner has chosen for that. They've also chosen for what's called the 4-foot extension, which extends the garage 4 feet farther towards the street. These garages all come with standard with the mechanical door openers, with the pad out on the door jamb. And I want to return now to talking about the price of the house. I was saying that your ultimate price is the base price of the house plus the price of the building site that you choose. And those prices vary quite a bit, ladies and gentlemen. The price of the building sites, they come in the form of either water view, wooded view, or landscape with berm view. We'll talk all about that when we meet and talk. And then all of the design options that we've seen throughout the house, that finishes up your contract, but you actually go to contract based on the construction options, which I guess you could say is step one of the contract. And that would include, for instance, forming the trusses to allow for this optional drop-down stairway, putting plywood up in the attic. It includes wiring the house with a lot of extra wiring that would not be standard and included. In this case, they have a surround sound system in the living room. I didn't even mention that before, but all of that stuff is done during the framing stage. The way the trusses are ordered, the flat work that would extend the garage, the porches, things like that. Those are your structural options. Then they ask you to come back in 3 weeks and make all those selections for all those colors and beautiful things, the cabinets, countertops, flooring choices, and so forth. Wall colors that we've been talking about as we walk through the house. And they assign a designer to you, a design consultant. And it's all done within a half a day to really make it easy to choose all of those things and to make it just as easy as possible. Well, let's go out back as we come back through the kitchen, and we'll see the patio and the extended patio. There's a sliding glass door here that goes from the cafe to the lanai outside. Very popular. This owner has chosen for that. And they've extended their porch back and wrapped it. They've screened it. And I understand they're going to then, in the aftermarket, change this to a Carolina room, which will be a temperature-controlled section out here that will have panels that will open and close and can be winterized, if you will, or keep the weather out, as well as being a screen porch at the same time. And this home has a beautiful water view and a almost perfect solar orientation. The sun rises off to the left, about 45 degrees to the left from the southeast. So the back of the house is bright in the morning. The sun sets to the front right side of the house towards the northwest, so that in the afternoon the back is shady and cool. You can come out and enjoy your back porch, and it's not too hot. Well, I'm sure that I missed some things in this home. There's just so much, but I'm very happy and grateful that the owners were kind enough to let us walk through and to show the house to you. They are from Pittsboro, North Carolina, both retired from the pharmaceutical business, where they participated in a startup biotech company. They were also telling me that artificial intelligence is used in testing pharmaceuticals now as a substitute, at least in part. I'm not sure how much, for having to test them out in animals. I thought that was very interesting. Fascinating folks, just as nice as they can be. I'm so grateful that they called on me to be their buyer's agent. I'm very happy that I was able to help in any way whatsoever with their success, and I wish them many good years in this home. Before we go, let's just take a look here at the new amenity center under construction in Sun City West Campus. That's the main entrance into the center hallway. And over to the right side, we see that they have started to paint the clubhouse, which will be white. That mustard color you see is the factory priming on the hardy plank. That's the main social and dining hall off to the right side. In the central building, there's all kinds of meeting rooms and game rooms. Over here on the left side, the 2-story high gymnasium is under construction. There's going to be basketball in there, the first time at Sun City. There's an elevated track, an indoor track on the second floor where there's also a fitness center. There's an indoor heated swimming pool going in back there, and an outdoor resort-style swimming pool. And here in the foreground, tennis courts and pickleball courts, all to be lighted. Out back, there's a pond with an amphitheater. A beautiful setting here for the new amenity center, scheduled to be finished in the first part of next year, 2026. And just outside the second side entrance into the West Campus, the developer has this painting of how that new recreation center is going to look when it's finished next spring. There's the resort-style pool, the social hall to the left. It's going to be very exciting, I'm sure. The latest and greatest. Well, if it wasn't clear already, ladies and gentlemen, let me just say directly, I would like to be your buyer's agent here at Sun City Hilton Head, or any of the other communities in the Hilton Head Bluffton area. Again, 3 ways to buy a house. Also, you might be interested in a condominium, but you can build a new house, you can buy a move-in ready house, or you can buy a resale house. And I certainly would like to hear about your plans, your goals, your concerns, work with you as your buyer's agent here. Typically, we do a lot of work before my buyer comes to the island or to the Bluffton area where we are now to look at homes. I usually listen and become acquainted with what my buyer is looking for, their budget, their lifestyle, their expectations, try to answer as many questions as possible before they arrive, so that when they do arrive, we can make the most of your time and go and see the communities that are of interest to you. We narrow it down as much as possible. We go see the houses that are of interest to you. And typically that takes anywhere from 1 day to, well, the record is 20 years, which I hope you don't try to break that record, but sometimes it does take time. And of course, what we do is we crunch any and all numbers. We get all the facts that we need to evaluate any home, and I'll help you with anything and everything. That's what I'm here for. I work for you. It just doesn't cost you a thing. So please keep me in mind as your buyer's agent. And once again, here's my contact information so you know how to find me. My cell number, please call anytime, 843-684-2933. My email address, rich@gogated.com. That's RICH @GOGATED. My website is gogated.com. At gogated.com, there are many testimonials from satisfied buyers who have worked with me. I'm so grateful for their kindness in writing those testimonials, success stories, I guess you could say. I certainly would like you to go and read them. And if you like the video, well, please subscribe. There are more at the Go Gated channel on YouTube. Now, Go Gated Realty is 2 words, but the Go Gated channel on YouTube, 1 word, GOGATED. The Go Gated channel there, all the models in the model home park here at Sun City are on that channel, as well as many other videos of homes in different communities, community tours, lots of different videos. I certainly welcome you to go there, check it out for yourself. Please call me, let's get acquainted. I'm sure we can find success together, and I certainly would appreciate your call or your email when you are ready. Thank you again for watching. It's been a pleasure. Look forward to meeting you.